The NBA 2K quarterfinals are set. Play resumes Thursday on ESPN2. Here are the matchups. Devin Booker versus Rui Hachimura. Montrezl Harrell versus Derrick Jones Jr. Trae Young versus DeAndre Ayton. And Andre Drummond versus Patrick Beverley. Kendrick, what was the biggest surprise for you after the first round of play?
Well, first of all, Rachel, I caught myself watching the NBA 2K Challenge like it was a regular game. Like I was really glued into the television. I'm watching KD versus Derrick Jones Jr. And it was interesting because I was expecting a little bit more trash talking. Usually when I hear my kids playing the video game, I hear a lot of noise talking going on. All I did was see a beautiful view of New York City behind Kevin Durant, and then I seen Derrick Jones Jr. playing in his closet. But the biggest surprise to me was KD losing, because KD is really good on NBA 2K. So when he took that first round loss, I was like, uh-oh. But I got Devin Booker. I got Devin Booker winning it all because, you know, when Devin Booker first heard about the NBA being suspended, he was actually playing video games. So a guy that's that locked in, I got to roll with D Book on this.
I'm going to say Patrick Beverley. I got to go with one of the older guys left. He talks the most trash. And if he's going to play 2K like he does in the game, he's the type of guy that'll take somebody's batteries out of their controller. He'll mess with their settings. He'll mess with the settings in the game, right? He's going to do things that are just off, just a little offbeat, and I respect that. So I still got to go with one of the few OGs left in this tournament. Obviously, the young players have the advantage, but Patrick Beverley, that's what I want for him, and hopefully he'll pull it off.
I thought it was so interesting because guys get to pick 8 teams to be in their pool, and then each round when they use a team, they don't get to use it anymore. It's like a knockout. So I
think you should play with your team. I think the only rule you should play with your team.
You should have to play with your own team?
That is 100%. Play with yourself, play with your team. Because this is what I'm going to say. The guys with the worst teams, sorry, Devin Booker, but they got more time. They got more time on their hands, right? And if you're on the worst team, you're probably a younger player. That means you ain't got kids, you ain't got a family, right? Like you got more downtime. So I think that's the advantage. Like Patrick Beverley, he might be married with 3 kids. I don't know, Pat. I'm not trying to do it, but he got more responsibilities, right? Like they got more responsibility. He's got more footage that he's got to watch. So I think you should play with your team. That's the one thing that I would have changed.
Well, right now you can choose from any of the teams, but you can only use each team once. 4 guys picked the Bucks in their first round matches. They all won. In fact, anyone who used the Bucks in the first round of this tournament won by an average of almost 25 points a game, but now they can't use the Bucks again. So it'll be interesting to see if they use the Lakers, the Clippers, what happens next.
What a surprise. The Bucks out in the first round. Wow, what a surprise.
All right, we got to get to the horse competition, guys, because the NBA and ESPN have finalized plans to televise a horse shooting competition. We got Trae Young, Chris Paul, Zach LaVine, Mike Conley, Tamika Catchings. We've got the WNBA Chicago Sky. We've got Allie in there, Quigley. Jump Family. We've got Chauncey Billups and Paul Pierce playing in this horse competition. The players will be filmed at their home locations. Now, the first round matchups begin Sunday on ESPN, and we have our eye on that Zach LaVine-Paul Pierce matchup in particular. Richard, how do you think this is going to translate into TV?
Well, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be a little editing because one thing that people, if you play horse, if you're a true hooper and you play horse, you know that a horse game can take a while. Right? Like there's going to be some trick shots that are easy. People going to miss some layups. So I think this is awesome. This is like one of those fun things. It's a part of the culture of the game. Everyone that played basketball, you grew up playing pig, horse, knockout around the world. This is a part of the culture. So to see guys, the highest level of professionals, coming back and doing something really basic, maybe there should be some side bets. Maybe there should be some repercussions. Maybe a shaved head. Maybe having to wear a jersey of a team that you don't like. Paul Pierce would look really, really good in a Ron Artest jersey, in a Laker Ron Artest jersey. Something along those lines. Let's up the stakes. Let's just not make this bragging rights, in my opinion. And Vegas, I don't know if Vegas is doing bets, but I'm game to make some bets on players.
Hey, RJ, man, I'm with you 100%. Listen, I need any type of basketball content. I need it like I need right now, like I need cookies and cream ice cream. Anytime.
No, you don't need cookies and cream ice cream, Perk. We've talked about this offline.
But I'm saying
you don't need that, Perk.
No, I'm saying I don't need it, but I want it. But I'm on my diet. I'm staying disciplined. That's how much I want any type of basketball content. I think watching a game of horse, like guys playing against one another, I think that's going to be very exciting to watch. I mean, we all grew up playing horse at some point of our life when we was in school and maybe even when we was in the league. But I think it's going to be great, and I'm rolling with I got two options. I'm either rolling with the truth, Paul Pierce, or I'm rolling with Big Shot Billups. I'm rolling with the OGs. Yeah, I'm rolling with the OGs.
Kendrick is on team jump for the horse competition. And guys, you just saw some video of Kevin Durant winning the horse competition at All-Star Weekend. He actually won when they had horse in 2009 and 2010. But to Richard's point, the length was a bit of an issue since it was live, right? So that was a problem. And now you're seeing video from 1978. This is Pistol Pete beating the Iceman George Gervin. This was actually televised live on CBS, so all the way back in '78. So the NBA and ABA have experimented with this before. I think it's going to be fantastic. And yeah, there can be a little editing this time. It'll be good. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.